Have you ever noticed that your headaches flare up during stressful times? Or that hay fever symptoms just seem worse when you are overwhelmed, even if the pollen count isn't that high? These aren't just physical reactions, they are your body's way of actually processing a lot of unspoken emotions, stress, and also past trauma. So let's break down the neuroscience and some psychological factors between these suppressed emotions, also known as psychosomatic responses. Hi, my name is Evette Rose, and a warm welcome here to you. Thank you for joining me today. And remember, subscribe here to my channel. I would love to also hear from you. Drop a comment, drop some love there for us. And also, you can join me every Wednesday for our free masterclasses, and you can register at matmasterclass.com. Now, let's dive into this intriguing episode. I really look forward to this one because headaches is something that we all can relate to. Now, headaches, when we look at that, for me, right off the bat, it speaks of the pressure of suppressed emotions. So, when our brain is constantly scanning for threats, and this can be both physical and also emotional. Now, when stress starts to build up, it activates the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal, which is our HPA axis, and this is triggering our fight and flight response. Now, chronic stress also equals muscle tension, and that equals headaches. But what's the real emotional root behind this tension? Now, common emotional triggers for headache tend to be overwhelm and pressure. So you could be feeling like that life is just too much to handle. Let's be honest. Even I sometimes feel that way, and we feel like we're just juggling way too many responsibilities. Another point can also be perfectionism and fear of failure. This is when we have that strong, like die-hard need to prove ourselves and also that fear of making a mistake. Suppressed anger and frustration is another popular one, right? So holding in all those emotions and avoiding confrontation. Now, fear of change also equals stagnation. Now, did you know that headaches is actually also your body's way of slowing you down? Headache forces you to actually stop, rest, and disconnect. And I'm sure that you've noticed that. But what now would happen if you allowed yourself to actually pause before the pain forced you to? Has the pain become a safe boundary by allowing you to feel that it's okay now, it's valid, it's safe to say no or to pause? Whereas if that pain wasn't there, now we feel a little bit more vulnerable to say what we need. So, some reflective questions I would like to ask you, and I'm just planting the seed there in the back of your mind. You're welcome to discuss this with me also in the comment section later. So, if you're carrying responsibilities that's not yours, could that be you? Are you doing that? Do you feel pressure to be perfect or successful? What was the last time you took a break? But wait, the last time you took a break without guilt? That's a really great question. So drop that in the comments bar and let us know. And remember, you can always learn so much more about hay fever and so many other ailments by getting your copy of Metaphysical Anatomy, 722 medical ailments and the suppressed emotions behind that. It's a big book, as you can see. You can grab your copy at evettebooks.com. So if you want to learn a little bit more about hay fever, you're going to get it there. Now, let's look at hay fever a little bit deeper because it is a physical response to emotional boundaries. You see, if your allergies weren't just about pollen, but what if it's about protection? So, when we look at this now, your immune system is very closely linked to your nervous system, and emotional stress can weaken your immune defenses, making your body more reactive. So you see hay fever and emotional sensitivities that can come forward. Now, isn't that interesting? Now, when we look also at hay fever and emotional sensitivities, feeling emotionally invaded is a very, very popular emotional pattern and program that a lot of people run who have challenges with hay fever. And that means feeling very overwhelmed by people, responsibilities, or expectations. There's also a lot of suppressed grief and resentment, right? Holding on to old wounds, feeling deeply unseen, feeling unheard. There's no compassionate witness to help you to just offload and to be able to just talk and to just be held. There's also a very big challenge with struggling with boundaries. We already touched on that briefly, right? Saying yes when you want to say no. So there's another one also that's very, very prominent, and that is fear of your environment. Feeling unsafe, feeling unsupported, feeling judged also maybe in your surroundings. You see, what if your body is just trying to block out something that you don't want to deal with on an emotional level and is reacting so strongly that it's also becoming oversensitive because of the immune system connection with the nervous system and the stress response? Have you thought about that? You see, your nose protects you from external irritants. Your eyes react to emotional tension with watering and itching. And your immune system flares up when it senses emotional stress. You see, so my challenge for you is next time your allergies act up, ask yourself, who or what is making me feel invaded? What emotions am I avoiding, and have I been maybe avoiding the past day or two or three? Where do you feel unsafe and unsupported in your life? You see, your body is not betraying you, it's speaking to you. And if headaches or hay fever are a constant struggle for you, it's time to dial and tune in and listen. So remember, drop a comment, drop some love for us. Tell us what was the most interesting part about today's episode for you, and what did you find the most intriguing, and what are you most excited about? Is there something that you feel that you would love to take action on? Let me know. I would love to hear from you. And remember to subscribe, stay up to date, share this with a friend as well who might need to hear this. And until next time, be the light that you are. I love you guys. Bye. And remember, if you want to learn more about stored emotions in the body and how they can even be hiding behind ailments, tension, pain, negative thoughts, beliefs, any challenges that you're having in your body, there's going to be stored messages. So remember to go grab your copy of Metaphysical Anatomy. It's a big book of 722 medical ailments and then the emotions that are suppressed behind them as well. You'll be also finding powerful questions in this book that can really truly help you to get started on your healing journey. And you can find your copy at evettebooks.com.